The drama surrounding Sandy Brondello's abrupt exit from the New York Liberty reads less like a routine coaching change and more like a high-stakes political thriller. On paper, the move makes no sense. Brondello wasn't just another coach passing through. She was the architect of a transformation, the leader who turned a glittering collection of talent into a true championship force and delivered the franchise its first WNBA title in nearly 3 decades. In 4 seasons, she became the winningest coach in Liberty history, guiding the team to back-to-back finals appearances and finally giving New York its first professional basketball championship in over half a century. Normally, that kind of achievement buys job security and maybe even a statue. Instead, it earned her a pink slip. The announcement hit like a bombshell. Without warning, the Liberty released a carefully worded statement. Brondello's contract would not be renewed for the 2026 season, and the team would immediately begin searching for a new head coach. The press release thanked her for leading the franchise to never-seen-before heights, a glowing tribute that only made the decision more baffling. If she was so vital, why cut her loose? In the sports world, it's not unheard of for a winning coach to be dismissed after falling short of a repeat. But even seasoned observers found this stunning. 1 year removed from a championship and with the team still a playoff contender despite injuries to key players, the official rationale of first-round exit felt like an excuse no one truly believed. The deeper you look, the stranger it becomes. Brondello wasn't merely a caretaker of stars like Breanna Stewart, Jonquel Jones, and Sabrina Ionescu. She was the one who blended their individual brilliance into a disciplined, unselfish machine. Before she arrived, the Liberty had star power but little cohesion. Under her, they became something far more dangerous, a team that finally matched the city's outsized basketball ambitions. To fire the coach who accomplished that after just a single season of adversity reeked of something far more political than a disappointing playoff run. That's when the whispers began to circulate, whispers that turned into open speculation. Brondello, it was said, had committed the league's newest and most unexpected sin, praising Caitlin Clark too openly. To outsiders, this sounds absurd. Clark, after all, is the rookie phenomenon whose arrival in Indiana has exploded television ratings, sold out arenas, and pulled new fans into the WNBA at a scale never seen before. But inside the league, Clark's meteoric rise has also stirred resentment. Veteran stars, long used to fighting for attention, now watch as every headline and camera follows the 22-year-old sharpshooter. On the court, she has been met with unrelenting physicality, hip checks, borderline flagrant fouls, under the old welcome to the league mantra. Off the court, her very presence has fueled debates about favoritism and jealousy, a toxic undercurrent that the WNBA can't seem to shake. Brondello, however, never played that game. During the All-Star break, when she had the honor of coaching Clark, she spoke with unguarded admiration. She called Clark transformative, a player whose impact extended far beyond the box score, someone bringing unprecedented attention and revenue to the sport. To any reasonable observer, those comments were nothing more than professional respect. But to certain corners of the league, and to a Liberty front office determined to keep its own superstars at the center of the narrative, such praise was heresy. In a climate where acknowledging Clark can be mistaken for disloyalty, Brondello's candor reportedly crossed an invisible line. The official statement never mentioned this, of course. Instead, it offered corporate platitudes while the decision itself spoke volumes. Around the league, the backlash was immediate and fierce. Fans flooded social media with outrage and disbelief. Rival coaches openly questioned the logic. Las Vegas Aces coach Becky Hammon warned that when you have a good coach, you keep the good coach. Minnesota's Cheryl Reeve bluntly celebrated that other teams with vacancies had just been gifted a championship-level leader. Perhaps most striking was the reaction inside the Liberty locker room. When a reporter raised the possibility of Brondello's departure, Breanna Stewart blurted out an unfiltered "what the" right into the microphone. Sabrina Ionescu and other teammates were equally stunned, offering public defenses of the coach who had led them to history. Yet their voices didn't matter. Management's decision was final. By firing Brondello, the Liberty may have done more than lose a coach. They may have fractured the trust that binds a team. When star players see a championship-winning leader discarded despite their passionate support, it sends a chilling message. success offers no protection and your opinion carries no weight. That poison lingers. It seeps into contract talks, free agency decisions, and the quiet calculus of whether players believe management deserves their loyalty. Across the WNBA, it signals something even more dangerous. A culture where praising the league's most marketable star is treated as a political risk rather than a shared triumph. And the irony is staggering. The very player whose praise allegedly sealed Brondello's fate is the same one making the Liberty and the WNBA itself richer. Every time Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever visit Barclays Center, the arena sells out. Television ratings for Liberty, Fever matchups shatter records, and advertisers line up for the exposure. The league cashes in on the Clark effect, even as some of its power brokers bristle at her stardom. To punish a coach for acknowledging the obvious that Clark is lifting the league to heights it has long craved feels not just petty but self-destructive. Brondello, meanwhile, won't be idle for long. Her resume, 2 championships with 2 different franchises, 40 playoff wins, the second most in WNBA history, makes her an immediate prize for any team with ambition. Rivals like Seattle are surely already reaching out. And if she lands on a contender, the stage is set for delicious irony. The coach New York discarded could someday stand on the opposite sideline, leading another team in a playoff series designed to knock the Liberty out. That would be comic justice, and it's a narrative the Liberty front office has written for themselves. Sandy Brondello's legacy in New York is secure. The banner she raised will hang forever. But the decision to remove her, especially under a cloud of whispered politics, casts a shadow far beyond Brooklyn. It raises a blunt, uncomfortable question for the WNBA itself. At a moment when Caitlin Clark is drawing unprecedented attention and money to the sport, is the league ready to embrace its own growth, or will it keep punishing those who dare to acknowledge the future? What do you think? Was Sandy Brondello the victim of petty politics, or is there more to the story than anyone knows? And how should the WNBA handle the tension between its established stars and its newest sensation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you want to follow every twist in this unfolding drama, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next chapter.